Du lytter til podcastet Samis Sofa-Snak. Jeg er jeres vært, Philip Samini. Hej og velkommen til endnu et afsnit af Samis Sofa-Snak. Den her episode bliver en lille smule anderledes, men vi kører den alligevel. So most of this podcast, like this episode, is going to be in English because I have Roger with me. Roger is my old coach and my how do you say, like he became my mentor in MMA, and really he was for me like the drive force why I continued doing it. I like the sport, but why I continue doing it. We all have days when we're tired and we're like this, but I knew that, like, okay, because Roger gives you some kind of motivation just from his energy, and that's what I really also liked about him, and I really admired. So I was thinking that it was also important for him, for me, to get him on this podcast. So if you want to introduce yourself.
Thank you for the kind words, bro. And wow, I get all like, what I call it, emotional, that you think that way and feel that way, but also express it. And thank you for inviting me. I really, I appreciate it, And yeah, we go way back, bro. Way back when I remember what year was it, bro? 2005?
Yeah, 15 or something. You had short hair back then. You had just like short hair.
Exactly.
But yeah, about that time.
Yeah, it was a long time. Well, I don't know what should I say. My name is Roger Huerta. What am I? Well, human being, of course. So, but when I don't. Yes, I coach MMA, boxing, all kind of martial arts. I coach from CSA, that DK, of course. This is where people, this is where you started, and where I started also. It's the only club when I moved to Copenhagen back in 2010. I started first. I tried out Arte Suave, and then I tried out CSA. And I got beat up in CSA. I can't. And then I said, okay, I'm gonna be here. Is where they beat me up. In Arte Suave, it wasn't my type of place. They say like that. But yeah, man, been in Copenhagen since 2010. What more can I say? I don't know, bro. I don't know. I'm fucking born in Peru.
So you're not the coach for every team at some level, or what?
Well, we have changed a little.
Okay.
There have been times where I have been coach for for example, the MMA kids.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's always been MMA. I've always been like coaching MMA. So MMA kids. And then I had MMA intro team, of course, a lot of it. Then we have the MMA advanced team. I've also been coached there. But then also the fight team when the main coach Kassen hasn't been able to be there. I've been there. The
nice.
Coach. I haven't been there for the fight team, and also I've been training, with them also for a while. As you already know, also I already have fights before. Now I'm just waiting for the corona to go away to,
You're gonna fight again?
Yeah, bro, of course.
What are you, 6'1" or something, right?
Bro, I have 5 amateur fights. Defeated, of course.
Yeah, of course.
And then, I wanted to have more amateur fights, because amateur fights is like, it's experience, it is you strengthen your body and then the mental part aspect also. But then it was hard finding opponents when I was just beating everybody up like that. I remember my last fight, I beat up a guy so bad in where was this, in Espia. Mm-hmm. And this guy was from Olbo, all big and fucking muscular, and I beat him up. And after that, it's like nobody wanted to fight me. And I was like fluctuating from 61 up to 70, and nobody wanted to fight. So I I need to have a pro fight after that.
So you're lightweight, right?
Um, right, my pro fights are from 65, 61, 65.
Okay.
Yes.
We can meet halfway. We can meet at like 75 and then I'll fight you.
Well,
so,
bro,
so,
but I'm heavy now. I'm heavy now. You
yeah,
see
me
my
too.
you see my face. This is a happy chubby around your face.
How did you get into all these sports? How did you start? You didn't start with MMA, I'll
No,
assume.
no. The thing is like this. I started pretty late in life. I started, you know, martial arts. I started martial arts specifically 2000. I think it was 2005, 2006, 2005.
Mhm.
And I was studying I was studying a lot of chemistry, physics, math. And then I have one of my work classmates that studied physics and chemistry and all this shit. He was actually black belt in karate. He was
Okay.
sensei, okay? And then he told me about that, and I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Like, let me try out. And then I tried out, and I got hooked.
Mhm.
So it was my first martial art was the Vadori karate in Sweden. Eskilstuna is called. But before that, I was doing a lot of running, like hours, like ultra marathons and marathons, and there was never a problem. I was just running. But I remember once, like, you've seen this, what's his name? Run, Forest, Run, Forest Gump. Yeah. I was running, It was winter, I remember. It was dark. I was running. And all of a sudden, I stopped. I'm like, why the fuck am I running so much? It was hours, And the funny part, it was I think I ran like 3 hours out, and then I like, why the fuck am I running so much? And I had to run 3 hours back,
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay. So not only have you always been like active, but you've been like really like pushing limits always.
Yeah, bro, this is crazy, bro. It's because I come from I have a very complex background.
Mhm.
Okay, I've seen. I don't want to sound too tragic, but I've seen a lot of shit in my childhood.
Yeah.
This shit in childhood, it changes you. So in a way, I become one with my trauma, because I've seen so much, horror in life as a young child. And a way to handle this trauma is to all the time push yourself. At least for me, because you can see other people, they start doing other shit, abusing some, being mean or taking drugs or alcohol. But my way of handling was by pushing myself. And at a young age, I started to run. I remember at 13 years old, I started to run my first marathon. 4 hours, no problem. And then in the winters also, I ran, 24/7 in the night, in the winter. I remember once it was 25 minus, degrees. And I went out for, a long, several hours. And when I came back, I was all covered with ice. So I always been this extreme guy, like really pushing myself because it gave me comfort. But I think it gave me comfort because for me, it felt that I was ready for everything. So if something bad would happen, I would be ready for it. Okay. And that was my when I was a kid, a teenager, a young adult. That was my main motivation. Has been my main motivation is to be ready when shit happens. But, it's not that good to press yourself that much every day,
but
for shit to happen.
But as long as it's still healthy.
Yeah, in a healthy way, yes.
In a healthy way, yeah. But I can imagine that would also be some kind of stress factor. So because maybe you don't have the same amount of time every day for having a long run. So let's say one day you don't have, let's say 4 hours, and you only run for 1 hour, which is a big cutoff.
Yeah.
Then how are you going to respond to that? Like that's when it stopped being healthy. If you're too, packed into I need to run to
Yeah.
function. Yeah, I could imagine.
There's also. But when I was a kid, I just did, if I couldn't run, I did push-ups, like
Okay.
a million of them,
Yeah.
or sit-ups. I was so skinny when I was a kid. I was like 54 kilos until I think I was until I was 9 years. When I was like around 18, then I started to like gain a lot of weight. But until 18, around 18, I was like really skinny because of all the running and the stuff. But yeah, then comes studies, then comes relationships, then comes work. And of course, you can't train as much. And then when I started martial arts.
That's when you started. That's when you really went into.
Yeah, because then it's like, bro, I can apply this. I always been mentally strong. I remember as a child, I would like, this sounds crazy, bro, but I'm a crazy guy. As a child, I would like wander off. It was snow. When I moved to Sweden in the 90s, it was the winters were very cold. And there's a lot of snow. And I remember I saw Star Wars, when they were out in the snow. Okay. So I told my mother that she would buy me like these goggles.
Yeah.
I got my full, winter clothing, and I was walking around with these mini skis.
Oh.
Okay. And I wandered off to the forest alone, and then just played around it. I was in the fucking Star Wars, and I would like for hours, like hide in the fucking snow and just wait for.
You must have given her like so many heart attacks. That like, and then if you didn't die from being in the snow, you came home and then you almost died because she was so angry. So like,
yeah, she's like, "Where have you been? Where have you been?" Like, but now I've been outside. I've been outside in the snow. But so yeah, man. I don't know where we were, but yeah, I've been always been like, active type of person since
that's amazing.
I've always been active. I've always been pushing me, but now I've been trying to shift the drive. It's pushing yourself for something negative in the long run is not good. You need to push yourself for something positive. That's when you really thrive, I think. What is your drive? Is it something negative or something positive that's driving? So it's a lot of psychology behind it. Because I've been reading a lot of psychology, because of my studies to nurse, but also afterwards, with time. As I said, I had these childhood traumas, that I wasn't aware of. But now in adulthood, and I was living my life as hard as I always done, it takes a tear on you. And then I need to go to therapies and psychology, talk to different psychology. What do you call it?
Psychologist.
Yeah, bro. Yeah,
psychologist.
I've been had a lot of psychology sessions
Mm-hmm.
because I believe, this is what I believe, bro. The human being can change to whatever you want. So if you have a sick mindset, you will eventually change yourself to be this sickness. You get it?
Mm-hmm.
But if you strive for this healthy, the happy part, this positive part, you can also change to that. So therefore, for me, it was very important now in adulthood now, the past 4 years at least, I've been really digging into myself, really digging out this, like, why am I fucking this crazy? Why do I push myself so hard? To the point that my girlfriend's like, bro, this is fucking crazy. Everybody thinks I'm crazy, but for me, that's normal. Why do I think this? Why am I so extreme? Because I only feel comfort in the extreme. Either I'm really hot in the sauna, then I'm comfortable, or I'm really cold in the fucking bath, or I'm punching somebody's face, or somebody's punching my face. You get it?
Yeah.
Like, if I don't get into those extremes, I'm not comfortable. And then I think, as I said, in the long run, this tears on you,
Mm-hmm.
because there's no restitution. There's no off switch, it's called.
Mm-hmm.
Then when the real damage is coming, like stress, because that's what I had, stress, severe stress, but also damages, tears in the body because of the injuries.
Do you see
So,
do you see
but
your thrive or your levels now, even though that you enjoy doing it? Do you see it sometimes as a problem now, or do you see it as something that you know is good for you, but like maybe you should keep an eye on it? Do you know what I mean?
yeah. No. As I said, I've been working a lot on this because
Hmm.
before I went to these different therapies,
Yeah.
I wasn't aware of it
Okay.
because when you're a child and grow up with this trauma, if something traumatic happens to you now, Philip,
Hmm.
you still know who you are.
Yeah.
You get it?
Yeah.
So you can always go back to your start point. You will not, maybe you're not the same Philip, but still, like, people know, okay, this is like normal Philip.
Hmm.
But when shit happens when you're a child, you this trauma becomes a part of you. You become, the trauma forms you. So that's what happened to me. And with time, living this, when I was, there was what, that's why I could push myself as a child to become this crazy guy, walking in the snow, burying myself in the snow, hiding myself in the snow, wrestling bigger guys, in the school, fighting, picking up fights with big guys. And I didn't know shit about martial arts. I just saw wax on, wax off, the karate kid shit. And I was like blocking motherfuckers, I was doing judo throws on motherfuckers without me knowing shit. But, and also, where the fuck were I? What was I? The what the fuck were we talking about?
We're talking about like all this craziness and all
Yeah,
this
how I manage.
hard train. Yeah.
But of course, with this therapy, it took me a lot. I've been, had a lot of sessions because I got burned out. It's called burnout.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. But also, apparently, I got this what called PTSD,
Hmm.
post-traumatic stress disorder, because of childhood trauma. But I didn't, because I grew up with it. I didn't know it.
Hmm.
With time, if I lived a normal life, I will manage it. But I have always, I've always been extreme. Oh, I need to study. I want to study this. I did it 100%. I'm gonna train mixed martial arts and compete the highest level 100%. I'm gonna work hard in the hospital, and every time I work in the hospital and I have a patient, it's gonna be like I'm gonna save this patient's life.
Okay.
Everything was 100%. 100%, life or death, and this tears on you eventually, physically and psychologically, and that's why I got the stress. But I went to a lot of like stress psychologists. I became good, but then back again, shit.
Okay.
Good, and then back again, shit. And 3 years, bro. I was like 3 years like this. And I'm like, what is happening? So I went to the, what do you call that? This specialist.
Yeah.
And I told all my symptoms, like all of them. And then she's like, Roger, you got PTSD, Let me send you to a specialist, a PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. And then I went to that, and it was the whole 2020, the whole year. Every week I met up. It was usually in the middle of the week. Listen up here, Nanas. I recommend this to all the crazy motherfuckers out there that are listening or watching this, or I don't give a fuck. Go fucking to a shrink and get professional help. Okay, don't be afraid of it. But I was afraid of it. Every day I went, I was afraid of it because I come from this, being strong, being invincible, not giving up, to every once in a week going there, facing all that shit I have been occupying my whole life to dig, to dig down. All the time I'm gonna dig this shit up, bro. What the fuck? you know, So then my shrink's like, Roger, what the fuck? Of course you are crazy. Of course you have crazy thoughts and doing crazy shit. when you had this crazy past.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't see that because for me it was normal.
Yeah.
You know, for me, fighting for my life was normal. But now I live in fucking Denmark, Copenhagen, and I love this fucking place. You know, but there's no need for that struggle. But still, I live as if I was back in Peru where the trauma happened.
To go like
So yes,
Anderson Silva. It's normal.
It's normal.
It's normal. It's normal. It's normal.
Bro, it's true. It's true, bro. It's true. It's normal, you know. So I need to really like work with this and adjust, and in one way uncover what was triggering me.
Mm-hmm.
Shit was still triggering me, but now I am aware of this, and now I want to this, you know, this drive I had for survival. Of course, I still have it, and I still use it, but now I use it more as a tool.
Okay.
And I try to, you know, on, off. You get it?
Yeah, I get it.
I can't be like this. I'm gonna get tan, you know.
So it's like when you learn to recognize.
Yes.
When this urge of doing something extreme, for example,
yeah.
or this urge that I'm not pushing myself hard enough.
Yes.
When you recognize it and learn maybe to control it, it's an even bigger strength in continuing doing, let's say, sports or studying or just living life, finding the purpose. Because none of us know the purpose, and I don't believe that people have the same. We have a shared purpose, which is like the fundament, and then we all grow through the dirt.
Yeah.
Until something.
No. I think so.
So all this stress, so was that why? Because I remember that maybe it was in 2017, maybe you went to Bolivia.
Yes, it was bro. I went to Bolivia 2014, 2015, 2016. I was back.
That long?
Yeah, bro.
Shit. Okay, shit.
I went to Bolivia. I went to Bolivia when I was on top. The studies, I was on top. Mm-hmm. The training, I was elite. You know, I had my first MMA fight. I smashed the number 2 guy in Germany. You know, and when I did that, I think, and then I got this opportunity because I studied nurse, mm-hmm. and at that time my partner was studying medicine. Mm-hmm. And you know, and I have always had this dream and ambition to help others. Mm-hmm. So I wanted to, you know, go out with the Red Cross, you know, and work and all this. Now I got this opportunity to go to Bolivia and work in this healthcare project in an area as big as Shetland.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it was a big area, and I was the coordinator, you know, and project manager, and we drove around this big Toyota, you know, these big Toyota Land Cruisers, and with the Jeeps, with the ambulance, you know, and bro, it was beautiful. But here was where I got fucked up. The stress, the burnout, because every day was 100%. You know, I work 15 hours per day, no fucking rest. You know, and also, you know, when you go with your partner and you test the relationship, you know. Mm. And at that time, you know, for me, that was like we were going to get married, you know, we're going to have children, but we're just going to do this first, you know.
Oh.
But then it went to hell, you know, because it was too hard for both, and we focused too much on the on the
workspace, on the
work and the results, and it worked, man. We left, bro. Fuck, we did a good job, but when we left, we have destroyed ourselves, we have destroyed our relationship, and when I came back, I was empty. I was like It took me 4 years to come back, bro.
But maybe maybe that's somewhat of a good thing, because like you're gonna have like let's say like I'm not comparing you to it, but like you can have like a garbage can.
Yeah.
This one I have here.
Yeah.
It's these big ones,
Yeah.
So if I don't take it, usually a normal one, it like 2-3 days, then you take it out. This one, because it's so fucking big, like I take it out every 4 days, but it's not really full, or else it starts to stink. But this one I can just fill it.
Whole month.
A whole month. So the same thing that if you just fill yourself and you start feeling worse and you get more stressed, and then this is suddenly a problem. This small thing is also a problem. I also have to do this. I have to coach. I love coaching, but I have to coach also. But I have so much fucking work. I have this.
Yes.
So now I go away. I only focus on one thing, which means that I can't focus on my relationship then.
Yeah.
But I'm doing what I'm supposed to and what I want to do, and then I empty it all. So I empty the trash can.
Yeah.
There's no smell anymore.
Yeah.
And now it's let me start over, and now I start building more.
Exactly. No, it's true. It's true. And
it's really admirable that you could still, even with all this stress, come and be there for hours, just get in, get out, boom, boom. Have a good training. See you guys. Very good training.
Yeah, I've been, bro. When I always coach. I always coach.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it was a way of grounding myself and not disconnecting from reality.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, I would I remember when I was the worst. It was in the end of 2014. I had like anxieties, and I was very sensitive towards sounds and smells and all this PTSD shit, but without me knowing it was PTSD. I thought it just was fucking stress. When people said, yeah, you need to cool down. Okay, I was like lying like this, in my big couch over there and just looking at, what they call it? Adventure Time. I was like the whole day Adventure Time, like this. I ate a and then like, okay, time to coach. Put on, wash myself, put on zip up the coach clothes, go down to CSA, and I believe that it's important when you have any kind of mental thing. You need to still be, at least a little active, socially, physically, because if you just let go and isolate yourself, it's gonna get worse.
Mm-hmm.
Because we human beings, we are social beings. We need each other to calibrate each other. You get it?
Oh, yeah, I understand.
It's only when I meet other people I understand that, okay, I need to stop being crazy. You get it?
Yeah,
you get it?
I do.
Yeah, only when I meet my psychologist, I'm like, bro, no wonder I'm all fucking stressed out. I'm fucking crazy. So yeah, I always been coaching. I think it's fun to coach. I love coaching. It's fun. It's for me. It's very inspiring to I want to help people. Become better. Help them to be their best version. Help them to achieve their goals. And I love to see the development. Like. Maybe it's there, standing like in a plateau, for a long while, but then we change something and then it skyrockets,
Sure.
I love that shit.
I mean, and I think that was why I wasn't the only one. Like we all loved I think it was also a motivation for many other people, because the coaches that were there, it was you, it was Charles, it was Colombo, it was whoever,
Wolf, I remember Christian
Wolf also, yeah. But everyone was like, either the people at your class or that wasn't at your class, they knew, okay, it's Roger there. Everyone looking at Roger, like sitting waiting for their own like boxing class or whatever. Like they didn't have anything to do with MMA. They're just sitting there watching you, you know. So I mean, even though that you didn't see it, like all these things, that even like when you burned out, you left a good image, and I can understand that's also, maybe it helped you, maybe it didn't, but despite all this stress, that was the reward that kept you, how to say, like on the surface before it all drowned. Because with my small team now, we're between 4 and sometimes 8. I think that's like after, there's one guy who loves it, and he always says, you know, like that he's so happy that I'm here, that now there's finally, you know, like a proper grappling team, and we get to drill and we get to do sparring, and but that gives me just like this one thing. So I could imagine that, and I also wanted to let you know that it was a good thing, and I'm glad that you've been back for a while, but I'm glad that you're back and you still enjoy it, man.
Thanks. Yeah, I love coaching. You know, I stopped my I never finished my nurse degree. I only needed the bachelor, but I stopped it, of course, because I was continuing. I was going to start this what I call it, treatment last year, and I was like, shouldn't stop it. Shouldn't stop it. But then I got the stress symptoms back, like very severe, and all this crap. And then I'm like, you know, fuck this. And since then, I've just been dedicating myself to only coaching, not only coaching at CSA. I've been only having my other side projects. You know, I got this fight school. I call it fight school, open for everybody. People can just write me, and I drop by. You know, you know what? I bought myself a little Christiana bike. You know, big one. Okay. And then I bought a lot of like different types of equipment, you know, to function these ropes, a shitload of kettlebells, weights, you know, a lot of these, what do you call this, agility stairs, you know, these different, like a lot of tools so I can like coach people. So when Corona came, yeah, man, and they shut down the gyms, you know, sadly. And then I'm like, you know what, just because no gym, no problem, you know. You just go outside.
You can always do something. I mean, now it's shit weather, but still, you could do it. Like, it's only whatever you make of it. You know what I mean?
Exactly, man. Yes. You know, this is so cliche, but when life gives you lemons, you fucking do lemonade. You know, and I fucking love lemonade. I fucking, you know, I swear, lemonade is my favorite drink. So life can give me a lot of lemons. I don't give a fuck. I just drink them, you know. If they give me bananas, I do fucking smoothie. You get it?
Yeah.
If they give me frozen, what I call it, berries, I do a frozen, you know, smoothie. I don't give a fuck. I do the best, you know. And also, this is what, you know, I have been doing a lot of thinking, you know. This is also what this trauma has given me. A way to find solutions, a way to see things in a positive way.
Okay.
You get it?
How so? Like can you come with some examples? Like?
For example, okay, Corona came, everybody was crying, man.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody was crying, or I break my knee. I break my knee. Most people will just stay at home, but I find other ways of training. You get it?
Yeah.
Now this becomes very philosophical, but like Bruce Lee says, you know, be water, because what happens with water? It fucking adapts. If this is the stone, okay, if you can't go through the stone, you go around it. You get it?
Yeah.
So I think that the one thing that the human, the human, humanity, or no, the human being, as a human being, a very good trait is to be very regularly, of course, resilient, but adaptable.
Mhm.
You can only be adaptable if you, in a way, find solutions. You can only find solutions if you have a positive mindset. It's hard to find solutions when you have a negative mindset. When you're stressed, when you're angry, when you're sad, it's hard to find solutions. But seeing things positive helps you find solutions very quick. At least at me. I don't know. Maybe there's some angry, depressed motherfucker that can find solution all the time. But if he could find solutions all the time, maybe he wouldn't be depressed, or angry. I don't know.
So it's like to have a balanced life. Yeah. You need a balanced mind to have a, as you said at first, like when you start to feel something, you start to become it. So whatever you do, and that's also the cliche, but sometimes they work. Be the best you.
Yeah.
Like we're all human. We're all capable of being what we want to be, but it's hard to be. But that's the thrive we have to go.
Exactly.
If we go crazy about something, if we go like pushing ourselves, then push it the direction to be something you want to. Kill yourself for being whatever.
Exactly.
Run up 100 stairs in 5 minutes. Boom.
Yeah.
Do it.
Exactly. You need to, in life there's a lot of distractions. Good distraction and bad distractions.
Mm-hmm.
Being on your fucking phone the whole day, that's a bad distraction. Having a girlfriend that was a lot of attention, there's also bad distraction. But having a girlfriend that is, some distraction, some attention, some, gives you love, and you love that person back, there's a good distraction because you feel, it fills your being with positivity, and also motivation to push through. When I'm doing something hard, instead of thinking I'm doing this to survive, I think of my loved ones. That I think of my mother, or I think of my girlfriend, and for example, when I jump into the water nowadays, I think about my mother, and because she hurt herself, she broke her leg and she has a hard time walking right now. But she's better now, of course. But then I look at my feet when I'm getting into the cold water, and I'm thinking that I'm doing this for my mother. Okay. Because she can't be here, she can't enjoy this. So I take these steps, in thinking of her, and things become much easier. So I'm not doing just this, I'm going to survive this. No, I'm doing it, I try to have another approach. And I try to find positive things that motivate me instead of, all this negativity, because we are what we think. You get it. We are. If our head is filled with negativity, with stress, with depression or whatever, of course, eventually it will come to us, and we will become this negative energy. But if your consciousness is filled with positivity, with love, with what do you call it? With good motivation, something good, some good motivation. Find something. You can always find something. But yeah, the key is to find it. To find this good motivation.
So like, if life is always going to be stressful, I assume, and it's
to find
no, just like in general, living like going through your life is always going to be stressful. It's always going to be a hard time.
Yes.
but whatever you do, you need to work in somewhat way. You go to primary school. Primary school is hard because kids are like they're not the smartest all the time. Primary school is hard. Gymnasium is hard. University is hard.
Bro, life is hard, bro.
Life is hard. So that's the important thing. Find something that makes it easier. I think you cracked the code.
maybe.
Well,
maybe
for you at least. For you, I mean, but yeah, I think it was very. This was way more philosophical than I actually thought it was going to be. But it's a good thing. But that also means that sorry.
You know, everything is philosophy, bro. Everything is how you think. Everything is how you see shit. You know.
Yeah.
We say like. Okay, now it becomes. I'm a very philosophical person. This is why my girlfriend, she's gotten vigtig candidate.
Yeah.
In philosophy.
Oh really?
Yeah, in philosophy.
It's all you. Plagiarism from.
And she got 12, you know, 12. And now when I sit with her, I love talking to her. I love talking to her, you know, because then it's like all these ideas, you know, all these ideas I play, you know, all these. One of our favorite games, or at least mine, is I read a sentence from any philosopher, you know, like Socrates.
Yeah.
Okay. I read it, and then she gets it. She guesses who it is. Yeah, it's crazy, man. I'm like, what the fuck? I love this shit.
How do you do that? Is it like patterns in whoever they're from, or does she know the quotes?
No, okay. Some famous she knows, but she listens to it, and then she breaks it down. She breaks it down and see, okay, how is this? Is it like, because the quote, you can see the quote. Is it a soft quote? Is it very sad? Oh, you need to, you know, carpe diem, or is it like, hey, take it easy, don't stress? You get it? Then you can see like, okay, whose style, you know, different styles. You know, she will explain it much better. I don't know shit. I just read it. I just read this shit up and just want to crack her, you know. And sometimes, you know, she can't guess it, but other times she gets it very good.
That's crazy. That's awesome. It's good to have something to like really like bound on.
Just checking over your new hire forms.
I love philosophy. You know, I think about, for example, Socrates.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I go back and say, like, this motherfucker thinks the way I think, you know. It's not because I say I think like Socrates. I'm just saying that, you know,
it's the path
all the way back. Still human, and we still have the same fucking shit. You know, the same questions, the same answers, the same drama. And we're doing the same shit all over again, good and bad shit, of course, but we're still doing. That means that, you know, we are human. Okay, as we feel happiness, we also feel sorrow. You know, and this is all the way back, and also it will all be in the future also. In this way, I feel that this is a proof for me that we are all one. You get it?
Yeah.
We're all one. We have the same thoughts, you know, in one way or another. You know, we still feel love. We all feel love. We all feel hate. We all feel happiness. We all feel sorrow. It's the same shit. We are so good to separate ourselves from others and say they are bad, we are good, you know. But they say I as I say I. You get it?
I know.
Yeah. Now it's not crazy, bro. Now it's not too crazy. Yeah, man, positivity, you know. But you know what my psychologist says?
Yeah.
He says, Roger, you're too positive. I'm like, why, bitch? Like, why am I so too positive? You be so. And then she said, yes, Roger, you're too positive, because when you're getting too much negativity from bad people, you flip it and you take it positive, but it's still negative. And then I think about it.
Okay, I see that. Yeah.
You get it?
Yeah, I get it.
Oh, yeah. And that means that I continue hanging out with these negative people, you know,
Hmm.
and then I don't say, no. I don't say no to them. You get it?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So I continue with this negativity around me, and bro, now as I said, we become, what we think. If you all the time hearing this negativity, feeling this negativity, you can't become the best part, the best version of yourself surrounding negativity. So this
So, so when you said yes to this interview, it was negative, or what?
positive shit.
Yeah.
I remember Philip, he was a nice guy. He trained hard. Yeah, I slapped him around sometimes, but still he took it good, and why not, man? I always wanted to be in a podcast. This is my first time. You popped my cherry, bro. My podcast cherry there, man. So that's good. I feel it feels safe, bro. I feel safe. I feel comfortable. Let's see after. We still have a little time left, so you ask me after.
So, of course, this was more philosophical than I intended, because I always have during the podcast I have what I call 5 quick ones. Five quick ones is just this or this.
Okay.
So I'll mix it up a bit. I'll take some of them that I wrote, and then I'll take some philosophy ones. I'll try and mix them up.
Bro, you know what? You do whatever. I fucking adapt.
Okay.
Fucking adapt. Be water, my friend.
So, pride rules or modern MMA rules?
Pride rules if it's life or death.
No, like.
I can't say yes or no to them. I say, okay, for me, UFC rules. I'll try to keep it civil.
Okay.
The last answer, that was my PTSD talking. He's gonna kill this motherfucker. Next.
Would you rather dominant grappling and good striking defense, or dominant striking and good takedown defense? Only takedown. No grappling, just takedown defense.
I think the grappling will always win eventually. The grappling will always, look at Khabib, man.
Exactly.
Look at Khabib. Everybody said, "Oh, Gaethje, he's so good at boxing, striking, MMA striking, and he's really good defensive wrestler." Okay, oh man, he's gonna beat up Khabib. Khabib came with a broken fucking foot and fucked him up. So grappling all the way, but of course, it's MMA. You need to be, well-rounded.
And this one is especially for you.
Yeah. Go.
10 pyramid burpees.
10 what?
Pyramid burpees. Where you go like 10, and then the other one 10, 9, 8, 6.
Okay. Yeah.
10 of those, or suicide runs until failure.
Okay.
Which one would you do?
Mm-hmm. Bro, I will do both. I will do the pyramid burpees and the running until fucking failure.
What about eating clean all year round, or cutting 15 kilos up to a fight?
Yeah. Okay, you know me, bro. I cut 15 kilos. It's not the optional. I would rather like to cut 5 kilos maybe. But bro, I love food. I love food, all type of food, and also I love cooking. Also, my girlfriend, she cooks like a chef.
Right.
So I cut.
So, and then last one is, let's say, Socrates or Rumi.
Oh, okay, I get it. I'm more okay. I'm more of the ancient Greek philosopher. I'm more for that. But of course, Socrates is not my favorite Greek philosopher. This Rumi is very spiritual. Also, I don't think I'm very spiritual also.
Hmm.
But in a way, I think the Greek way of seeing the things, you know, I think that's a little bit more me. Yeah. But I still, you know, I still get, you know, roommate. I still get that. I still both of them, but I take Socrates.
So those were the 5 quick ones. If you have anything to add for the last bit, otherwise this was the roundabout.
No, bro, I don't have nothing more to add.
I wanted to thank you very much for being here. It was nice seeing you again, and I'll definitely come. When I go back to Copenhagen, I'll let you know, and then make sure that you're there for that weekend.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. But hey, you know, you're always welcome to CSA. You know, we always take, you know, I'm gonna get I don't know, hopefully Corona is over, then I can hug you. I don't know. But you're always, you know, welcome, bro.
Thank you, man.
And remember, you know, keep on working on your podcast. You know, I think podcast is you know, is a good way of getting to know other people.
Exactly. And that's the whole point of this podcast, because I get people in that I know, or at least somewhat know, and then the way I know them, I get to make them tell more about why they are in life, or why they choose these kind of things, why they do the things they do, and why they like them. So it's like a biography interview in like maybe like half an hour podcast.
Yeah, it was I was thinking like 4 hour of podcast.
but
next time.
It was good. We'll have many more. Just wait. All right. Thank you, man. Take care.
Thank you for the invite. Remember, keep it positive. You know, take care of yourself. You know, mentally, physically, and it's good you have your girlfriend over there. Take care of her. You know, I hope she take care of you also, bro.
She has to.
That's good. So, thank you, bro.
Thank you.
Take care.
Take care, man. See you.
See you.